everybody, and welcome back to some more RimWorld. Alrighty, the time has come for us to return to our little slice of home. So, like I said in the previous episode, I wanted to make a path in between all of our buildings, and we've done just that. Granite wall, limestone floor, and it looks pretty solid, if I do say so myself. We also have two heaters, which are trying their absolute best. You can see it is helping. It is helping. However, not only do we have gentle snow currently going, we also have a cold snap, because it just never ends. But yeah, overall, it is a nice little bit of safety. I also put multiple doors throughout our big old hallway, that way we can still get to stuff that's important. For example, I put one door right here, just so we can immediately grab all our goodies, and I also put a door over here, just in case. And then I put two doors over here, one because this is going to lead into some kind of area, and then one over here to reach the rest of the map. So, overall, I mean, it's not a bad layout, at least I wouldn't say it is. And then I also expanded our toxic waste pack storage area. It's doing good as well. And yeah, that's basically all I did in between episodes. So, with that being said, it's time to see what we can do in our little slice of life. So, one thing that's odd to me is that... Oh... That makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. I was gonna say, I don't know why this area is never powered. That's because it's not connected at all. Oh. Oh, that's embarrassing. Alright, well, you know, that does make a lot of sense. It's not even connected. Maybe that's why it's not working. Ay, ay, ay. But... yeah, so we did chew through a ton of our blocks making this little area, but considering this has been almost a permanent snowy area, I think it's for the best. We do have our quest monument thingy right over here that we need to keep nice and safe for like 30 days. And I was also told that technically the best way to get rid of these tox packs that are building up is to ship them to other people. So, for example, let's just say we wanted to ship it into this random desert, right? That would basically take care of our problem, but completely destroy this landscape. But if we were to ship it to an enemy faction, they have a chance to ship it back, or to come attack us. Obviously, we don't really want that if we can help it. So, I guess we'll be shipping it just to, like, dead zones. The other thing I was told is just put it in corners of the map and hope it deals with itself, which is kind of what we did over here, but it's such a bother to clean up, you know? So it's like, we'll get to it when we get to it. I want to start getting anomaly research if we can. I do also want to make a bit of a Giga recreation area up here, and then maybe some more bedrooms that lead outside, and maybe that will be what we do in this episode. I also put a vent right here, just so we don't have to use quite as much power to circulate all of our heat. I'm probably going to put one more heater. I'm sort of thinking that two heaters over here is kind of overkill. So maybe we'll move one heater right here, and then we'll move the other heater into the big recreational area. And I think that's what we'll do. So yeah, TLDR, expansion, exploration. What is this? Man-hunting hares. Oh my, that's actually 11 hares. Okay. Prepare yourself. This will be the most dangerous fight of your life. Alright, Bethany, we're going to have you back up just a little bit. Oh, dude, that's a sick animation with the spear. The spear actually looks crazy with the combat animations. Kill him! Now, I don't want to use our poison spit because we could potentially eat them, provided that they're not mega diseased. Okay, kill this one. They're only hares, so they shouldn't be too terribly bad. Ooh, Bethany getting a special execution. And that ends the hares. Thank you both. Go ahead and get some rest. Another thing I want to work on is actual gear. For example, Cypher is wearing a steel helmet, a flak jacket, and then just regular clothes. We need to get him some actual gear. Let's see, Bethany is wearing a flak vest and a flak pair of pants, which, again, isn't bad. But it could be better. Let me see. Wrath currently has nothing defending, although Wrath is a worker, so understandable. Crimson is wearing basically a full set. She just hasn't really needed to fight too much, but yeah, we got to get that settled. We really, really need better armor. If we can. Like, if we can't, you know, whatever. But if we can, I would really like to actually have our fighters be defended in fights. You know what I like more than mechanoids? Unlimited power! That's exactly what we're gonna get. Some nice contaminated power. Alright. So, yeah, I crunched, throw me some numbers. I crunched some numbers. Oh, that's a bad reference. The Toxifier generator, right, produces a whole lot of toxic waste. However, these pollution pumps clean up a whole lot of waste. So for the low price of 5 components and a lot of steel, we can effectively have unlimited power that's rolling all the time and never goes bad. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Is it a good idea? I don't know. We're gonna try it out though. And if it works well enough, honestly, I might even get rid of these windmills and do more pollution pumps. Like, depending on how well it works. Now, the other thing that I wanted to figure out is how to send the, give me a second, hang on, I'm thinking the words. How to send the thingy to other places. Thingy my thing. Ah, God, my English no good. I want to figure out how we can send Tox packs to other places. Maybe with the orbital trade beacon, maybe with the comms console. Interesting. If we had some advanced components, I would also like to set up the dig unit thingy, but we kind of just don't have enough for that for the moment, at least. If we're gonna set up a ship landing area, I guess we should just set it up maybe like right here. That would be really good. And I do realize that I do still need to build walls around our geothermal generators to keep them safe. But honestly, they're not really in too much danger at the moment, so I'm kind of just not worried about it. What I am worried about is hauling all this before it goes bad. Now that being said, we are here. Flesh beast? Oh boy. Huh. So this is that hidden threat, huh? Finger spike. I wonder if we can... Oh, wow. I didn't notice all this. Holy. Flesh sack. Oh, no. we should have brought some people with guns. Okay, so those turrets are still active, so we do need to be somewhat mindful about that. They're not gonna shoot at us, are they? Maybe we should, yoink. Duck and cover! Okay, Crimson, why don't you come in here? A uranium mace? That's a silver gladius, dude. That sounds awesome. Hang on a minute. Can I see the stats on this thing? Effective at swinging and impacts. Ooh, armor pen. Usable with shields. You know what? Melee. I want you to I want you to equip that. And then how good is this steel gladius? 6.39 compared to ours, which is 8.27. Okay, so we're going to keep ours. I want these simple meals, honestly. It seems like everyone here is basically dead. Also, what the heck is this? Oh, this is Devil Strand! Hey, at some point I want to build that. I also don't know who we're supposed to be rescuing here, truthfully. What a mess this place is. Oh! There's also a door right here. Oh my... Oh, wow, this place sucks. Okay, let's have you three come over this way. This turret is just gonna shoot at us no matter what we do, huh? Can I see where the power is? No? Okay, Bethany, I want you to come over here and open this door. Okay, well, let's go ahead and run back over here now. Problematic. Okay, so this is like one huge base. Alright. Let's get you three over here. Up! Okay, Crimson, let's move down. Melee, let's move in. Now, I want all three. Head inside. Actually, Melee, I want you to go here. Bethany, I want you up here. And then I want Crimson down here. Okay. Right. Well, let's pick up these simple meals. Definitely want all the food that we can get. Melee, you go first. Okay, that's an odd room. Ambush. Flesh beasts are emerging from a nearby burrow. Well, good thing some of those turrets are still online, huh? Okay. That's certainly something that just happened. Fire foam pack. Let's take that. And Melee, I want you to take this. That's some pretty good stuff for our Moyos. Let's start moving upwards. I want to see what's over here. And then this thing is basically dead, so we should be relatively safe. Ah! Okay, it's just one shot. We're fine. So is this something we're gonna need to worry about in the future? Because this seems exceptionally bad. Ooh, a marble table. Ooh, dude, I would love to have this. Picking it up is gonna be borderline impossible, though, so... Run! Ow! Okay, tiny bit of fire. Squeeze. Okay. Let's have you all move inside. Attack. The flesh sack contained a shard. Ooh. Okay, let's pick that up. Okay, good. Crimson, you come in here. Ah! Try not to get shot while you're at it. Okay, a bunch of beer. That is cool, I suppose. Do you think that we can make something happen? I'm gonna try it. You know what? You three, come over here. Melee, I want you to make the scariest run of your life. Okay, now go for a spit. Okay, now melee attack this. Okay, yeah, not worth it. Run. Run! Oh, wait, it worked! It actually worked! Dude, I'm gotta admit, I'm a little surprised it worked. I feel like that should not have worked, but it did. Okay. Now, melee can heal it up no problem, so... Yeah, honestly, I think we're done here. I think that's pretty much the long and short of what we're going to be able to accomplish here. So, Crimson, I want you to go pick up this gun. Let's see, melee. Let's pick up the Go Juice for Cypher. I would bring one of these things back, but... you know. Oh, apparently chimeras are advanced. Oh, goody. Okay, we got everything? Let's head home. We are done here because this place is getting a little bit too out of control. And I'm just gonna loot a couple more things while we can. Oh, and then we are freaking out of this place. It's not like we didn't get nothing. We did get a couple of cool things. But it's time to go, methinks. How do I want to map this out? So, trying to expand the green room. You can see what I'm going for, right? Like, I want one big old room up here. And then I want a semi-decent room right here. Maybe something like that. I'm just kind of wondering how to do it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Because I also need to put a pillar in here. That way the entire thing does not collapse on us. But let me show you what I've been up to. I feel like sometimes we're having some power issues as far as, like, connections. So what I've done... God, what a mess this looks like. But it works most of the time. I'm making it so that we have one big circle somewhere inside of our grid. That way, maybe that'll prevent the Z thing from happening quite as often. And then over here, we now have 3 toxifier generators. They seem to be performing extremely well. So because of that, I removed a couple of our solar panels because honestly, I don't think that we need as many anymore. I moved over the battery to be directly next to the solar panels. That way, you know, just in case, we can always store stuff there. I put down a couple floodlights. That way people aren't unhappy about being in the darkness all the time, at least not as much. And then right here, I am also creating a massive recreational room. So it's going to have a wood trim and then carpet along everywhere else. I'm also putting like a really big table where people can come and eat, because I'm also going to make a second kitchen and refrigerator area over here. That way we have a bit more storage for all of our stuff. Because, again, I want to expand our greenhouse, that way we can have even more production. Especially because one of our viewer characters is going to be a dedicated chef. Which means that Wrath actually gets a little bit of a break. But what I'm kind of wondering, like, this seems like a big enough area, right? And then we have a tube television, which has a couch and an armchair. Looks pretty nice. There's going to be an exit to the outside, just in case anyone needs to do anything. I'm making it a bit like a airlock, just in case. I don't really want any huge issues as far as, like, power or heat, as far as heat goes. So that's kind of why I'm doing it in such a weird way. And then I think I'm going to put the other heater right in the middle of this room. So I know it's a bit messy. of a layout that we have as far as, like, all of our pipes and our power and everything. But all in all, I mean, it is functional. It's doing pretty well. And once we have this, like, circular circuit area going, that should be really nice as well. Still need to figure out what to do with these tox packs. But yeah, just keeping you in the loop, because honestly, I haven't really been saying a whole lot. I've kind of just been, like, mathing out how I want to set these rooms and stuff up. But I think this room right here is either this room or one right here is going to purely be about wood generation, because we need wood very, very bad. Kale is also going to be able to help out Agribel and what's the other one's name? I actually forget. Barry, that's it. Agribel and Barry. Kale is going to be helping them out because she is a farmer. So, all in all, we should have the okay. And once this carpet is all set up and everything is built, it's going to be a nice recreation area. Like, I would not be surprised if people spend more time in this one than they do the tinier one. But, you know, hey, they're both there for a reason. Well, 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 would you welcome Kim the Bro? Quite a helpful person you are. So, Kim the Bro. It was a tox person. So, I kept all the characteristics from the toxic character. I can't... Hang on. The tox... Waster. The Waster. That's what it is. So, Kim the Bro is our newest recruitment. Firekeeper, vengeful hunter, tough, cyclically hypersensitive, and pretty good at shooting, decent at medical, and also likes hunting. So, that should be pretty good for us. Welcome aboard. I'm sure you'll do fantastic. I was going to change your skin color from gray to something a little more skin tony, but I couldn't figure out how, so you're just going to keep the Waster skin tone for the moment. Now, there's a couple things that I was thinking about. Number one, we're running low on iron, right? Steel. Ugh. We're running low on steel. So, I need a way to fix that. Technically, there is these, Exostrider legs and stuff, which we can go destroy. That'll give us some chunks that will momentarily keep us afloat. There's whatever the heck is in this thing that I am really, really nervous about. So I'm gonna wait on that just a little longer, maybe until the end of this episode. So what I have going is I set up a couple strip mines around the map to try and potentially find some more iron, some more components, maybe some plasteel if we're lucky. And then over here, originally you might have noticed that I had like a really wonky looking wall. That's because I wanted the anima tree to actually grow some grass so that we could use it for psychic stuff. However, our wall is just in a really bad spot, so what I'm doing is I'm just making this double thick. We're just gonna completely cut this out of the equation. Nobody comes in or out of this way. It does kind of mean that we have to sacrifice the anima tree, though, which I'm not, you know, a huge fan of, because I would have liked to use it. But instead, what we are doing is we have a little seedling that is going to be planted right here, away from all machinery. And Kim the Bro is going to be in charge of keeping it afloat. As for what kind of dryads we're going to have, I don't know, but we'll figure that out when we get there. We do also need some more bodies so that we can get some more wood from the Harbinger trees. And ideally, I would like to capture one of these creatures. But we'll see when the time comes. Also, I had toggle study off, so, yeah. But we are ready to study, so at some point, Sissy will go over there and do her thing. And also, our ideology room is completely done. Pretty warm, too. Then again, we are in summer, so we're probably going to be turning off a lot of our heaters, which means that we're going to have, a little bit too much as far as production goes. But hey, you know, it is what it is. I was kind of thinking maybe we could put a cooler right here. And if we just blast it, it should be enough to at least keep the heat a little bit down. So I think we're going to do that. We'll put a cooler right here. It's there as a just in case, because if there's a heat wave, we need to be able to deal with that as soon as possible. I am also smoothing out a bit of our terrain, just so it looks nice and pretty. We've barely made any progress here. But another thing is that I'm kind of curious, right? Because I want to make a second settlement, and I think I want to put it next to the water. Reason for that, I just think it would make sense with Moyos. A bunch of bridges and, like, on top of the water and stuff with, like, windmills, potentially. It makes a lot of sense with Moyos. But I also just, you know, change the scenery. That way we have two bases that are somewhat next to each other. They can sort of interlink whenever stuff goes wrong or right. And that should be relatively nice. And then maybe we can go and attack some people if need be. But, you know, just something to think about. What I really want to set up, if we can, is I want to have... Give me a second. I'm trying, I swear. Orbital trade beacon. You can only sell goods to orbital traders if they're near an orbital trade beacon, can be placed indoors. So, if we set this up next to, like, a hangar or something, we can potentially just sell a bunch of stuff and then buy a bunch of stuff, and maybe that's how we get our extra components, our extra steel, and stuff like that. We literally just make stuff, sell it, and buy steel. Maybe that's what we have to do. So I am debating that. We can also potentially make a comms console and then a ship landing beacon, so I don't know exactly how we want to do this. I don't want to build it too close to our Garland tree. So, I mean, we could put it out here, but I don't want it to get destroyed. So if we were to make like an itty-bitty room right here and have an orbital trade beacon, the comms console, and then a ship landing beacon, and just have it all, you know, show up right here, that might be the play. And just so I don't forget, let's have a orders plan. Okay. This is literally just so I know the range. And then let's have a plan. Okay. So, now I know sort of our range. So, it's not a huge range, but it is something. We could potentially put it right here. Since I'm already building stuff over here, I guess this wouldn't work, especially with our pollution pumps and stuff. We could put it out here and build a wall. That is actually a really interesting thing. What if we built a wall all the way across, which will be extremely expensive, but build it here, mine all this out, and then have this as like one colossal ship area. Could happen. Could work. Only issue with it is that we have to link it up with power, which honestly not that bad. Like, we just go, and then boom, it's set up. That could be, I mean, let's experiment. Let's experiment. Worst case, it's a complete waste of time. It doesn't do anything. Best case, it works out really, really nicely, and we have unlimited trade going. Now, did those both just happen because I put down the comms console, or did those both just happen at the same time? Number one, a Mechanator can use a comms console to summon a dangerous and hostile Diabolus. And we have a raid, who is attacking immediately, and they're also quite clever. Well, they all have gas masks. He's 71, so, we go for him first. Oh, dude, that's actually so sad. They came to the one area that has a bunch of toxic waste, and they all have masks. I'm so sad. Okie dokie. Well, tell you what, if we have to go to war, then we're gonna go to war. Alright, everyone. Steel yourselves. And you three, escort Mr. Cypher. Let's get set up. Actually, you know what? Let's just all come over here. Cypher, I want you here. Bethany here. Master Melee right here. And then Crimson, you are gonna stand kind of to the side. Alright, go, 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 go. Run, everyone. Move your legs. Oh, they're attacking from multiple angles. Ooh. Okay, now very quickly, we're going to swap to... I want to draft lefty, midi, and righty. Okay. Lefty and righty. Lefty on the left, righty on the right. Midi, you are going to stand safely off to the side, just in case anyone gets any good ideas and tries to come inside. They're attacking our walls. Okay, well, I can say I wasn't expecting that one. Okay, that's good to know. Well, in that case, you three, go back to guarding Cypher. Cypher, let's have you come over here. Okay, so the double wall thing hasn't worked out. That, really has not worked out. Good to know. At least we're learning the hard way. You better not be trying to blow up my frickin' wall. That's it, you're dead. Bethany, go kill him. Crimson, everyone, go kill him. Show him what for. He's good at dodging. Oh, melee. Ooh, he's down. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on. Hang on a minute. This might really work out for us. Sally, come capture this, person. If you could even call them that. Disgusting! We're negative 100 relations, so, you know, I feel like we wouldn't like them very much. Okay, Cypher, you seem to have ignored your ladies. Okay, let's draft you, start shooting at him. Let's draft you, start shooting at him, while also moving this way. Lefty, attack! Okay, Cypher, go for it. Okay, let's have you start moving this way. No! Wow, Cypher is not in a good spot. Good lord! Okay, you three, start coming over here. I feel like they took a different way, because there was not this many over there a minute ago. Okay, who's the fastest? Wrath, you're pretty fast. Come rescue Cypher. No, Midi and Lefty. They decided to steal what they can and leave. Oh, no, you don't. Completely ignoring that guy. This guy is so goddamn fast? What in the world? Why is he so fast? No, my gun! My really good gun! Are you serious? How did Bethany have decided to kidnap who they can and leave? Hello? Oh, no, you don't. And this guy's bleeding out, so Melee will catch him. I am worried about our chances with Cypher and Bethany, though. Where do you think you're going, little man? Out of my house. Be gone with you. Okay, who else is being a problem? Crimson, you have him. And he's also with Bethany. Okay, Wrath, I still want you to come over here. Wrath, you pick up this medicine. Okay, heal Cypher ASAP. Okay, Ten to Cypher. Melee, I want you to come over here because you're going to bring him in for rescue when we can. Crimson, keep going after Pigorg because he has Bethany. Okay. 10 to Bethany. Also, Melee, do you still have... No, you don't have medicine on you. Come pick up this medicine, and then you're going to go heal Bethany as soon as possible. Okay. And then Sally captured this guy. Okay. And we will rescue our mechanoids in a moment. Okay. Sally, when you're done tending to them, come repair Righty and Buildy. And then these two are dead, so we're going to have to haul them and get them going again. Whew. Goodness. Ah, well, the guy died, so... We tried. Would have been a new character, unfortunately didn't work out. Psychic drone, low, female. That sucks. Righty is no longer incapable of walking. Okay. Okay, good stuff. Melee, you're done. Go ahead and do what you're gonna do. Okay. Bethany, you'll be okay. Cypher, you'll be okay. Alright! Look at that! We've actually survived it! Okay, Cypher does still need some help, though, so... Sally, you... Okay, Kale has Cypher covered. So in that case... No, everyone's good to go. Alright, good stuff. Good stuff, everyone. You know, it almost went bad. You know, Bethany almost got kidnapped. Cypher almost bled out and had his gun stolen. All things considered, though, that actually went kind of ideally. Like, that could have gone significantly worse. So, let me tell you what we've been up to. Our storage room is going to be at maximum capacity because I found out by, you know, reading the description, believe that, this orbital trade beacon needs to be in range of all the stuff that you want to sell. So I just put it in our storage area and we'll just sell stuff as needed. I also set up a place so that ships could land if they need to. I eventually want to paint an H on here because I think that'll look really cool, but that'll be a bit longer away. And then, yeah, I was planning to fight the Diabolus, but, stuff happened, as you've seen, so we need to deal with that. Also, I have learned that apparently a double thick wall is not the way to go. It is, in fact, terrible. So we're gonna need to deal with that at some point. Yeah, because that was real bad. Cypher, you ready to summon a giant mechanoid? I know you are. So, now that everyone's had a small chance to recover, it's time to summon... Oh, excuse me, hiccups. To summon a brand new threat. By the way, we are running out of power. So I have built another toxifier generator with 2 pumps. Eventually, I think I'm gonna do a row of like 3x4 and just have this entire section just completely toxified. That should be pretty good to go. We also have a psychic ritual spot just for later. I don't think we're gonna use it right now, but it is there if we need it. Our stockpile zone is now ready to go, and I also took on a quest for something that I've never seen, and I don't know how important it is, but I took it anyway. So, we need to keep these 3 prisoners alive for 12 days. 16 days total, but I got them a bit ago. But 12 more days for the Sea Dragon group, which we are friends with, and we get something called a persona core, which is apparently like human equivalent machine persona. apparently we can put it in something and then it becomes super powerful or something. Like, so I don't know exactly what that means, but it's probably good that we get it. It was either this or 35 goodwill. As good as the goodwill sounds, I thought that maybe it would be a better idea to get the big thing that's worth 4 grand. Alright, here we go. We're summoning the death bot. And I also have everybody gathering around, including Sissy.
Diabolus incoming.
Attracted by your mech band signals, an ultra-heavy mech from will arrive soon. It is incoming. Alright. Do we know? This won't be an easy fight. The hostile mechanoids will arrive in a few hours or days. Well, tell you what, I've got something called Enable Self-Destruct, and we're gonna see how that goes. So, I don't know where he's gonna show up, or if he's gonna show up, like, right at our, you know, our spot, or what. So, I'm gonna have everyone just set up right over here. Okay, well, we weren't waiting for very long, were we?
The Diabolus has arrived.
And it also has 3 militars. Okie dokie, everyone. Let's get yourselves moving. Sissy, I want you... We gotta bait them over somehow. Cypher. Oh, you never picked up your gun again. Oh, I knew I should have installed the Pinata mod that Ivan Co recommended. Into cover, into cover, into cover. They know. They're smart. They're far too smart. Okay, we're gonna move up just a little more. Is it automatically shooting? Wow, that's crazy. It has an autocannon and wow, that's really scary actually. Oh, and Bethany doesn't have her weapon either. Oh, I'm so underprepared for this. All right, let's go. Make a move, make a move, make a move. Sissy, run towards him. That looks so bad. That looks absolutely awful. Run! Self-destruct. Cypher, unfortunately, you gotta play body block for the moment. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. Melee, come for this militar. Crimson, you also come for the militar. Bethany, you're good to go. Go home. Nice! That worked out so well, all things considered. Boy, am I glad we have mech self-destruct because that, like, cannon that she used, oh my god. That had to have been, like, instant death if that went off. That thing... Very real chance that we just straight up die to that, I want to say. Jaden Gray greets Sally and asks what business you want to handle. Oh, it costs goodwill. Interesting. But we must be ally. Oh, okay. Well, wait, that sucks. Wait, what? How are you not an ally? You're positive 32. Ugh. Okay, so we're not trading with anyone. Or maybe I didn't waste the resources. A trade ship is passing by. They're known as F4 Travelers. They're an exotic goods trader. Really now? Are they? Well, they won't mind if I just send them a little trade. You must build an orbital trade beacon. Did we do that? I don't know. Hey, I got stuff to sell you. Go Juice will save. Signal chip, I want to save. Okay, we can't give them a whole heck of a lot. However, I see some advanced components. Probably not a good idea to buy, though. Side trainers, some books, prosthetics, some art, interestingly. God dang! Flat screen TV is expensive. You're not selling steel, which is very upsetting to me. You're selling beavers? Why? Gene pack. Interesting. Pollux seed. The seed of a pollux tree can be planted to create a new pollux tree, which will absorb pollution from nearby terrain. Well, if it wasn't so expensive, I would be real interested in buying that. Fine, I'll buy one advanced component, please and thank you. Appreciate it. Well, okay, so sometimes people will just pass by over the air. Tribute collector, get out of here. Okay, good to know though. Here I was thinking we wasted resources. In reality, it's just kind of like a, oh, there's someone coming by. Woo! Okay, let's get mech techs ready to go. And because we need to build a much bigger gestator, I decided to move everything out of this room and put it into our little crafting hobble. Eventually we'll make it a lot nicer, but for the moment, it's doing what it needs to do. Bad news, though. We're completely out of steel. Like, 100% out of steel. We need to fix that. And you don't sell anything, so I'm just gonna ignore you for the most part. And maybe we'll come over here and blow up some of these Exostrider pieces. God dang! Ooh, slag! That works! Man, this mace you have is actually crazy. More slag! Okay, I mean, I'm not complaining. Now, the cannon and stuff, I'm fairly sure if we attack that, that's gonna explode. So let's not get greedy and just destroy the tiny parts. I still want to see what's in this room. What I don't want to do, I don't really want to go in, save before we go in, and then like, oh, would you look at that? Wow, there's so much good stuff in here, and then reload. Like, if we're gonna go in, I want to actually go in. There's also silver over here. I think we can reach that. How do I make a bridge? We can only build it with wood. Well, looks like we got lucky, boys. We got someone passing by who's selling a bunch of steel. We don't really have a whole lot to give them except for this caribou that's self-tamed, which I'm a-okay with handing over. You'll probably be a lot happier over there anyway. Let's see. Tribal wear, you can have that. Pigskin parka, you can have that. Honestly, you can have all this too. Yeah, take all the leather you want. I'm gonna keep the pigskin though. I'm gonna keep that. Let's see, what else can I give you? What else would you want? I could give you a ton of cloth. Actually, you know what? We don't need the pigskin. We got cloth. So we are getting 259 steel, and they're giving us money. Just saying, that's a pretty good trade right there. I'm really tempted to give you all of this twisted meat, but I don't think I'm going to. I could give you the signal chip, but that's absolutely not happening. I'm going to give you this Moyo stuff. It's worth a little. And I could give you... You know what? I'm going to give you the milk. You can have 25 milk. Let's see. Are you selling anything of note to me? A pew, meditation, royal bed. A few components would be nice. In fact, I'll take 5. So we're getting 93, 5 components, and 259 steel. Now that is a steal. Also, we have a timeless one who has arrived. Literally named Murder. Murder. So, since I know timeless ones don't stick around forever, I'm not going to turn Murder into one of our colonists. Or I'm not going to turn murder into one of our allies. Let me see. Barely more than a child. Da, 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 da. His eyes are pure white, using local folk. He never sleeps and doesn't need to eat. He doesn't eat. He doesn't sleep, but he has a primal hunger. Right. Alright, I guess you can join us for now. I'm gonna look at your stats because I need to know what you have. Body mastery. Huh. Interesting. You're really good at melee. You're like, speaking of melee, you're like melee in that you need to kill people every so often, huh? You have 11 packaged survival meals? Good lord. Also, you should not be using that xenotype. You should not be using that xenotype. I did not allow that. I imagine it has to be like a, I must kill every so often or something, right? Like, nothing else really makes sense. Ooh, we've struck compacted machinery. We still got more goodies to find, boys. We also found something real interesting. And no, I don't mean the jade. We found gold. Probably can be used for a couple things. Summon War Queen, possible. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that we shouldn't do that. At least not yet. Can we? Yes. Should we? No. I also don't think I mentioned it, but we are once again planting wood. We need wood. This is cotton. This is rice. And we'll expand when we actually have the means to do so. Also, I'm trying to make some art. That way people are a little bit happier with their surroundings while they're out and about. I cleared out this little section because at some point I want to do... Where is it? Is it under... Production... MISC. Multi-analyzer. I want to put one of these bad boys down because it helps with our research. Can't do it yet, but it is something to think about. At some point, I do want to put down a mechanoid effigy, but we don't have enough plasteel. And yes, we can go mine the other plasteel, but for the moment, we can't do that, so whatever. Alright, Murder, you're welcome to stay for the moment, but I'm gonna need to keep a close eye on you and your hunger behind the eyes. So, Melee and Murder got into a social fight, and Murder became hostile. Well, that sucks. Well, that, He had such a good passive, too. Well, it's been an honor. But you gotta go. It is what it is, I suppose. I mean, to be fair, one social fight and you immediately turn hostile to the entire camp, like, clearly something was wrong with him. I think I was right about the murder thing. Because, yeah, I feel like Murder found an excuse to be like, ah, yes, you've turned hostile to me. Now it's time to die. A group of cultists from the Servants of Horax have arrived nearby. They intend to use a psychic ritual to abduct a colonist via teleportation. And apparently, Jess is the grand uncle of Bethany and the son of Cypher. How does that work? You know what? Maybe it's better we don't ask. Alright, people. It's showtime. Alright. Let's start moving over as soon as possible. Everyone has their weapons ready to go, I believe. So let's go make it happen. before they abduct someone with psychic powers. Okay, so we've got 4 hours before they abduct someone. So, yeah, we gotta move. Okay, Bethany, you're close enough. Go for Nobis. Let's see, everyone else still has a bit of a ways to go, though. Now, Bethany, I just want to point out, does have a full round of gear on, so I don't expect Bethany to lose this. But we'll see. Unfortunately, everyone else is quite far away, so stopping that ritual is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Bethany, let's go ahead and back up. Or you can just insta-kill him, and... alright. Fair enough. I was not expecting you to get an insta-kill, but yeah. Alright. Ooh, that sword is hurting real bad. You gotta move. You gotta move, like, now. Okay, are you dead? I have a feeling you're dead. God dang, why? Okay, I just want to point out, apparently there's something I'm not understanding. We have a full set of gear on. We have a flak vest, flak jacket, flak pants. And Bethany lost that fight pretty decisively. Like, yeah, she hit the insta-kill on this guy. But, like... okay. Right. Alright, Cypher, you're gonna come over here. Crimson, you're gonna come after this guy. And Melee, you are gonna come after this guy. Okay, Melee's on the way. Okay, Cypher, you start shooting at this guy before he's able to do anything too crazy. Okay, he's dead. Other guy's coming. Melee! Why are none of you carrying medicine? You're supposed to be carrying medicine. Okay, just nobody feels like doing anything suddenly. Bro! Like, hang on a minute. Just to... No, not apparel. God dang, I apparently can't click the X. What's going on? We are supposed to be carrying medicine. Fine. That's my mistake. Well, good news. He's dead now. I really just don't understand why we're losing fights quite this hard, though. Like, what's the armor pierce on this thing? 23%? I feel like that's not enough to have done the damage that was done, but I don't know. Clearly, I don't quite understand how stuff works. So your right arm has been cut off, which is not good. Can we... Can we deal with that? Because that's kind of a bad thing to be missing. I'm wondering what we're doing wrong. Like, okay, you could say, like, you need to stay away from them. I would understand that. But for that particular fight, we did need to get up close and personal, because otherwise they were just going to abduct someone without any resistance at all. Bethany, I want you to go to bed. Yeah. You go get in bed. So how are we going to deal with that? Oh. Catatonic, Bethany. She suffered a total mental breakdown and entered a catatonic state. Well, I can't blame you. It ain't the real thing, but it is something. Meh. Okay, so, Sally, I want you to install this prosthetic arm onto Bethany. How do I go about that? Operations! Ah, yes. Let's harvest. No. Install... Which arm is missing? Your right arm? Okay. Donk. Okay. Sally, could you go help Bethany out? We have plenty of medicine, so we should be okay. Hopefully this all goes well. And we are producing more medicine, so just, just in case. Medical of 5. Kale, how good are you at it? Kale has a medical of 6. You know what, Sally? Let's have Kale take over for that, shall we? Yeah, one better? That's better. By the way, we needed biofuel, because biofuel unlocks the transport pod. Now we can get rid of those tox packs. So, very important. Hopefully this goes well with Bethany. Hopefully, Kale. Surgery failed. Ugh. What do you mean failed? How did it fail? Did you rip off more of the arm that isn't there? Oh my god. Bro. What is it? We'll make another one. Because you can't operate without an arm. We do have more components over here. Frickin' go get components. Hey, Bethany is awake once again. Welcome out of your coma. I see you're in a, real good mood. You're in a real good mood. So, I don't know why you have catharsis, but maybe because you're happy to be awake. So, the second prosthetic arm went extremely well. It might not be as good as the real thing, but it's still better than nothing. There is also an old gunshot wound. I don't know how to get rid of that, but it's there now. Currently, we have an eclipse going, so power sucks. Just straight up, power's not good right now. We have a little bit too much to power, and not enough juice to go with it. But, just to show you our grid, this might be a little hard to see if you're on mobile, but absolutely everything is linked up. We've got a couple circular routes just to, in my mind, it helps with the event, but does it actually? Probably not, but it makes me feel better. I also think we might just flat have too many hydroponic basins because power is not good, especially during an eclipse. Our prisoners that we're holding for the no, who are they? Hang on. Wait. The Sea Dragon group. Oh, they are the cartel. I was right. They're about to leave, and we also have an ancient complex that I want to go after. So what we're gonna do is we are going to send Cypher. Hang on. Wait. Pause on that. Alright, I want Righty and your build bot to just hang out and be in dormant until you get back. Then we're gonna send the caravan, this time for realsies. Cypher, you're up. Crimson, you're also up. That should be fine, honestly. As for what we're gonna bring, I'm gonna bring, let's just say, a few toxic waste packs. Oh my god, that is way too heavy. We are. Autocannon turret, precision rifling, and multi-barrel weapons are all on the way. We also have blowback operations, gas operation, and flak armor. Although, okay, I know I mentioned it a couple times now, but dude, am I just like playing fights wrong? Because armor feels like it does nothing. Like, for example, Bethany losing a freaking arm when I feel like 3 pieces of armor and Bethany lost. But yeah, you know, it's just one of those things, I guess. So that is something we need to watch out for. Bioferrite extraction is now done. Bliss lobotomy. Perform a surgery that lobotomizes a person. Oh, great. Oh, I can't wait to do that. Build a generator that draws electricity from contained entities. That sounds really interesting. That sounds really interesting, actually. Void sculptures, we could do that. Bioferrite shaping, so that we can turn it into tools, weapons, flooring, and more. Let's do that. Let's do that, because we actually have a decent amount of bioferrite. Let me see. 45, 45, and 10. And then we also have a couple of archaeo shards, I believe. Overall, not bad. I mean, you know, better than what you might expect. So, these pumps are doing amazing. They might not be as good as other things, but they are doing so freaking well. I love these things. Pollution is great. That is something that we need to fix, but we can fix that next time a trader is around. I'm just gonna bleh, and bleh. Alright, you two. Draft up. Let's see what this place has in store. Okay, so there's a door right here. I don't know if these are active or not, so let's just head to the door. Maybe if we have time, we can deconstruct some stuff. Crimson, you go ahead. Whoa. Ancient comms console. Alright, Cypher, you're up. Get us some supplies. Am I worried about that? Yeah, a little bit. Alright. Well, let's leave the room. Or wait in the corner. Oh my god, it filled the entire room. Okay. Right. I was not expecting it to fill the entire room. Okay. Right. Hey, Cypher, can you deconstruct this? And then Crimson, you just do your thing to not be on fire anymore. As for over here, you three. Let's see. Let's, you to shuttle, you to shuttle, you to shuttle, and then we'll have it take off. Presumably it's gonna land right here. Okay, fine. Just ignore where you're supposed to take off and just, yeah, just show up in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, open that bad boy up. What is this? Luciferium. Okay, sounds cool. Okay, let's check in here. Crimson. Open this door one more time. I would like to save this comms console, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. There's just so much fire. Not to mention, it's hot. It's real hot. Okay, Cypher, come on out. Alright, you two are good. Now, I'm gonna try and come over here and deconstruct some stuff. Aurora, ooh.
Dang. Well, whatever supplies we could have gotten from this place, they were wasted to one bomb.
Let's see, I want to mark these as deconstruct. Okay, we got nothing. And we got nothing. Alright, we're out of here. Dang it, man. Oh, that's so frustrating. I'm so curious what we would have gotten. Alas, it was nay to be. Alright, reform Caravan. Let's head home. Also, people don't like us because we dumped some toxic waste. Oh no! I also noticed that there was a settle option. So at some point, I'd like to do that, just so we could get that said and done. Quest complete! And we get that persona core thingy. So... I don't know. Might be important for something. Maybe that's how we make, like, the endgame mechanoids, because it says it becomes a mind of great power, so it's kind of the only thing I can think of. Maybe we can... You know what? I bet I know what it's for. Hang on. Advanced fabrication, I bet. Or Starflight basics. I bet you it's for one of these. I bet you that's what it's for. That makes sense. You know, it doesn't happen too often, but when it does, and it strikes just perfectly, solar flares can wipe out my entire greenhouse. Needless to say, that's great. You know, I love when everything that's growing is just killed off instantly. That's something wonderful. Oh well. Not the end of the world. But as far as what we're working on, honestly, what I would like to do, other than get a research going, I want to figure out how to properly do the transport pod shenanigans. So I'd imagine... What would that even be under? Would that be... production, maybe? Okay, well, while I look for that, I'm gonna make a heel turn real quick. So, the biofuel refinery. It says biological matter like wood or plant matter into chem fuel. First of all, what the heck is chem fuel? Second of all, could we theoretically, and again, very, very theoretically, what if, you know, let's just say a raid went really, really wrong for the wrong kind of people. You know what I mean? And let's just say, hypothetically, those people were put into it. Is that a thing that can happen, or nah? I don't know. Let's see. The launchers must be placed adjacent. Do I have to put this in a certain place? Must be placed next to a pod launcher's fueling port. Cypher, can I have you come build this? I know you're about to play with horseshoes, but if I could get you to work on this, that'd be great. By the way, we do have a psychic drone going, so a couple of our people are a little bit stressed out for the moment. Don't worry, we'll probably be fine. You're no longer working on this. Okay, well, that's epic. I don't think we have the steel. I think that's why he's not working on it. Psychic drone is ending. Excellent. I do enjoy that. Mad hares. Some sort of psychic wave has swept over the landscape. Your colonists are okay, but it seems some of the hares have been driven insane. Well, don't worry. Melee is right here, and a bonk. Wow, that's some more food for us. By the way, you know how originally I said that Melee was probably going to be the character that I struggled the most to play with? Apparently I was dead wrong, because Melee has been, like, almost the #1 person that I've been relying on for combat. Melee, Cypher, and Bethany have been like the 3 fighters, to the point where Crimson has kind of just been playing backline. Not exactly how I expected things to go, but, you know, who am I to complain? If anyone would eventually pass over top of us, I would like to try and get some more trading done. Okay, I was wondering why we were still in slow motion. That's because we had some fights going that I didn't see. Jeez. Yeah, we're still waiting on some steel. Unfortunately, I think we are just about well and truly out of options at this point. You know what? Let's come beat up this Exostrider cannon. We need some more steel. As much as possible. Autosave at just the right time. Hey, that worked out. It didn't explode. Okay, let's get these hauled. And then Melee, I want you to blow this up. Hey! Okay. That went extremely well. I was kind of expecting something to blow up, but luckily that didn't happen. I will take every small bit of victory that I can have. Okay, Kim, you're still working on this. By the way, they are producing a good amount of herbal medicine, these 2 little froggy dryad things. Everything is regrowing, a lot of food, a couple bits of wood, some cotton. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. And power generation, we actually have a little bit stored up. If that doesn't say progress, then I don't know what does. Let's go ahead and turn this heater on for a little bit. That way we can try and make ourselves a bit more toasty, because it's cold right now. So we definitely need to work on that. But all things considered, you know, chutes and ladders could be worse, could be worse. I don't think we can really tame any animals at the moment, as much as I would like to. So maybe we'll come over here, beat up this, and work on it. That should be relatively good to go. Trees are eating more bodies. Yeah. And then once this is ready to go, I would like to start shipping some tox packs away. That way we don't have to worry about them. Okay, so right there. So we need 60 steel, which we might get here in a little bit. And then as far... Oh, wait a minute. Are we going to need to build a transport pod every single time we want to send our tox packs away? That could be a problem. Crimson made progress studying the monolith. Huh. It provides more when being studied. Interesting. Alright, well, what we'll do then, let's go ahead, exotic goods trader. Ooh! But let's go ahead and fuel up 1 transport pod. We're going to send as many of our tox packs as we possibly can away. And then we're just going to have it sitting there until we need it some other time. Sally, let's go ahead and come over here to trade with Tanya. Because I got some goodies that I want. Okay, what do you have? You have components, a bunch of studies, gold, some TVs. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I've got some sculptures that I'm not using. Oh, we can't sell the... You can't afford the Persona Core. God dang. It is worth a ton. You can have all these Moyo blood bags, because we're not using those for the moment. Signal chip, that's mine. So right now, you're giving me 300. Ghoul invasion. Oh, boy. Networking. Okay, well, you don't have too much I want, so I guess I'll just take your silver for the moment, and we'll call it a day. Yeah? Now, if only we could get someone who's selling steel. Again? What is wrong with you people? Well, looks like Bethany wants to get a little bit of revenge for what was done to her. Although, Bethany, you don't have a weapon, so go ahead and just go pick up a spear, and everyone else will take care of it. Alright, everyone, let's start getting into position, because we have more cultists trying to kidnap us again. Okay. Bethany now has the spear. Alrighty, let's get everyone. Pop, pop, pop. Let's start getting you guys over here. And then I want Righty to come over as well. By the way, we haven't revived Midi and Lefty yet because we've been having power troubles and they're just soaking up quite a bit. Okay, Cypher, I need you to get into position to be able to shoot. None of them have guns, which actually kind of works out for us. Okay, Crimson, you come after this guy. Melee, you come after this guy. Cypher, I want you to get into position. Start shooting at these guys. Let's see. You know what? Let's do an acid spray. Okay, Melee, you keep coming up after here. Cypher's in a little bit of trouble, but he hits hard enough. Okay, never mind. Apparently not. By the way, an execution attempt tried to go down on Crimson. Luckily, it didn't end up working. Okay, Crimson, you're no longer busy. Come after this guy. Okay, Melee. Let's tend to Cypher. Bethany won't be here for a little bit, so that's fine. Oh, no, you don't. It looks like you're going to be part of our little home. Okay, Cypher, you still good? Okay, good enough. Now, rescue, Cypher, Bethany, you're good. Thank you for coming. Once you're done tending, we'll work on that. How's everyone doing? Nothing was cut off. Good. Good. Nothing was cut off. I like that. I like it when we're not suddenly losing parts of our body. Now, we are going to drag all these bodies to our mass of trees, and oh, the feast that will be had by our lovely little plantoid friends. Should be pretty good. Now, Crimson, I want you to capture him. Please and thank you. Now, provided that he actually survives, we're going to have someone new. Another viewer, that is. Let's see. Everyone's going about doing their thing. Everyone should still be alive. Kale, I'm going to have you come over here and just be ready. Because you're most likely going to need to help some people out. Okay, undraft. Okay, you're working on Cypher. Good. Melee, go ahead and do your thing. Okay. Well, Cypher's being worked on. That's good. Good stuff. My phone's going off. It was a spam number. Okay, Cypher, you good to go? Ouch. You are a little bit beat up with a cut. You do have some blood loss, but I think you're gonna be okay. Yeah, look at that. We actually survived another invasion. Good lord. Oh, spam numbers calling back. Lovely. Ugh, I hate spam calls so much. Ah, the guy died. Alright, well, I guess we're not gonna have anybody new for now. Either way, though, I feel like I'm not playing these fights correctly. Like, I'm really... It feels like every time we do a fight, something goes catastrophically wrong, and part of me thinks my positioning is bad. Another part of me thinks my armor is not good enough. And another part of me thinks we have too many melee characters. Because everybody wants to be a melee character, so I'm thinking Cypher is just gonna have to stay ranged. I wanted to make Cypher melee, but we just have too much. Crimson is only melee. Master Melee is only melee. And then Bethany also has a bunch of melee stuff as well. Like, I'm pretty sure... Would it be under? Yeah, shooting 0, melee 16. Like, everybody wants to go melee. Nobody wants to shoot a gun. So, Cypher, unfortunately, you're just gonna need to stay with guns. Maybe once we start getting some more robos that have good guns as well, that'll help out. I want to set up turrets and stuff in our base. Issue with that, most of the time they're not even coming to our walls. Like when the cultists show up over here, our turrets aren't really going to do a whole lot. I'm going to do a bit more, and then at some point I do want to explore what's in this facility, but I'm a little worried that we might just, you know, keel over and die. I am also making a biofuel refinery because I'm pretty sure fuel is in the name. This needs fuel. Eh? I mean, that's really my only theory, but I think it's solid. A child named Liu is calling from nearby. He says a pack of 5 man-hunting wargs are hunting him. Yeah, okay. Come on over. Liu has joined us and will become a brand new viewer. So, we have 5 wargs to worry about who are going to be showing up here quickly. So, what we're going to do... Let's get you and Cypher drafted. Cypher, I want you to go pick up your... There it is. Come get your SMGs, huh? Okay, and then once you have that, we will deal with these wargs that are about to show up. Okay, So we got 5, and they do not look very kind, we'll say. Oh boy. Sally, I want you to not be a part of this either. Ah, somebody broke my wall! Who? I haven't even been in a fight lately. Huh. We'll get that fixed when we can. Oh, Liu, I want you to go that way. Cypher, you now have your gun, so let's get you over here, melee over here. Sally, I want you right here, because you are going to work on stunning and using combat command. So we're gonna go, oh! Okay, let's attack this. And then let's have Sally kind of just play the runaround game. Ouch. Okay, let's go ahead and stun this one. Sissy, are you still nearby? Okay, Sissy, I want you to join this fight as well. Okay, Okay, Sissy is on the way. Okay. Let's come after this one. Let's stun this one. Okay, melee is definitely taking a bit more damage than I would like, but everyone else is on the way. Okay, let's stun this one with Sissy. Now shoot this one. Okay, melee, I need you to start backing up. Sissy, let's use a pain block on... you can't, because melee's unaffected by it. Okay, Sissy, go for this one, while also skirting over this way. Cypher, you are just about there, so let's have you start getting ready to shoot. Okay, good stuff. Melee, you are going to immediately run to bed. I know you're a very quick healer, but I'm still worried about you. Okay, you're good to go. Sally, you're good to go. Sissy, you're done as well. Okay. All things considered, that went extremely well. Sally's combat command is kind of crazy, and we probably should have been using it a bit more. Let's see. Aw, poor Kale. Kale is currently cowering. Melee, how you doing? Okay, pretty good. I mean, you are an extreme fighter. Let's get Liu over into the base. That way we can take care of you. Okay. Kale is going to move all those. These two will bleed out after a little bit, and then we can deal with that. As for the world, we are currently working on a quest for some goodwill, and it's to destroy a bandit camp that only has 2 enemies inside of it. Provided that's true, Crimson and Bethany should be able to take care of that no problem, so I'm not too terribly worried about them for now. And some things that have changed. I made another toxic generator, and then I got rid of some of our pollution pumps because it seemed like maybe I was going a little bit overkill. We have a couple things queued up, and then I've also created a double thick wall for our little transport hallway because I wanted to see if it would help with insulation. So far, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's done a whole lot, which I'm not extremely happy about, but at the same time, I mean, you know, what did I expect? I think we should be okay. I mean, it's gonna be enough heating and stuff, and we're generating enough power to where I don't think we need to be too terribly worried about, like, you know, burning to death, I guess. What we do need to be worried about is the amount of cold that is still present. All things considered, though, I mean, we're fighting back the cold a fair bit, but I definitely wish that we were doing a slightly better job. So I am going to turn on the rest of our heaters. That way we can make our areas nice and toasty once again. And then, yeah. Ideally, this anti-raider thing goes well. And then, yeah, honestly, that's it. Behold! Chef has arrived! So, TLDR for Chef. I was told, leave everything the same, but make me a red-headed moyo. So I've done just that. So apparently very good at cooking and crap at everything else because Chef was was a child mere moments ago before being magically converted into a red moyo. Now, as for the more cool stuff, we are currently at the bandit camp, and we need to go take it over. So that's exactly what I intend to do. Dun, 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 dun. I didn't see that there was a turret there. That kind of sucks. Well, run! Oh, and this boar appears to be on your side as well. Okay. Well, that went pretty well. Alright, we're going inside.
This door's locked.
Can't you guys just open the door? No? Ooh, bunch of food. Alright. Okay, now I'm gonna have you both come over here. Chose the worst way, but that's fine. Come on, come on. You both got it. Some meat. Okay, I'll take that. Now, both come over here. Some bricks. So, apparently there was 2 baddies here, but I'm not seeing the second one. Am I just blind and there's some kind of like hidden area? Huh. Or maybe it was the boar. You know what? Maybe it was the guy and the boar. That would make some level of sense. Tell you what. Yeah. Area is safe now. Okay, we got a bunch of cool rep. Crimson. No, don't destroy these. Let's see. Crimson, I want you to pick up those components. Bethany, pick up the steel. Okay, neither of you can pick up the steel slag, unfortunately for me. Alright. Well, that pretty much marks the end of that. Hey, I mean, overall, it worked out pretty well. As for what we're doing in the base, honestly, not too much has changed. For the most part, we have completed our double thick wall. It does seem like it's helping a little bit. But, you know, it's one of those things where we'll need a lot more time to actually be able to tell if it's helping a lot. So, for now, we'll just put a big old question mark and hope for the best. I am thinking, once we have completed all of our wood-related projects, because we still have a few, but once we've completed it, I kind of want to put a room, say, like that, maybe. And I want to just have generators that are fueled by wood. That way, it's effectively a permanent recycling system where we grow wood. Wood gets turned into power. Power makes it so that we can keep growing wood. Kind of the exact same premise as the pollution pump and the toxic generator. Ideally, it'll be good, but I also don't know that, so we'll test how that goes at some point. You know, there's really not a lot to research now. We've kind of gone through most of it. Fabrication is up next. However, we need a multi-analyzer, which, needless to say, a little bit expensive. Funny enough, I actually think we have everything except for the steel, which is not something I thought I'd say, but there we go. So, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to run around the map. I'm going to mine all the, remaining deposits. And then I think we're going to attempt to build that multi-analyzer. By the way, hopefully this doesn't, maybe I should get rid of these, like, little pockets next to our wall. That way people don't get any funny ideas for, like, oh, well, I'll just come in through the wall. Now, another thing that I was told, and I also partially learned this myself, is that on the world map, if there's this, like, purple area, this is pollution. If you walk through pollution, you're gonna get sick and you're gonna die. And I know what you're thinking, Shadow, no. You didn't walk straight through that pollution, did you? I was going to. I absolutely intended to. But, luckily, I learned a little bit beforehand. So both times we've gone on this adventure, I am just skirting all the way around. Okay, well, you can't see where we're going, but you can see they're coming here, and then they're going to come here, and then they're going to go over here. And that's a route I've taken both times, because I'd imagine it's just instant death if we get into, like, this super heavily polluted area. Especially because we don't have anything to actually prevent it. As for the rest of the base, these medicine makers are doing really, really well. Kim has been doing exceptionally well at maintaining that tree. I really wish that we could use the anima tree, but it needs so much range that it's, like, nearly impossible. I guess, technically we could make something happen, but it's not gonna be the easiest thing in the world, so we'll think about it. As for the rest, we've pretty much deconstructed everything at this point. There really isn't a whole lot else that we can do to get more steel and whatnot. So I'd say the only thing on our list that we could try is, like, strip mining all the way down to the bottom of the map like that or something crazy. I don't know if we should do that, though, but it is an option. Let me see. And then I also want to remove some roof areas if I can. I don't think we can remove roof areas from stuff like this, though. So it's something to think about. I do still want to strip mine some more of the land, but it might take some time. How many? Oh my, bro! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Sally, you don't still have your battle thing going, do you? No. Okay, well. Sissy, Cypher, Melee, and Kim. Let's get all of you guys ready to go. Melee, why don't you have your weapon equipped? Okay, well, once Melee gets his weapon, then he'll go join that fight. Come on, Melee, come on! Come on, baby, you gotta move! Jeez, it's a lot of enemies. I guess he's identified a weak spot. Huh. Well, the walls are partially doing what they're supposed to do. Okay, you got his attention. Wow, multiple headshots. Good job. They're pulling him through the door. He can't get through the door. Okay, it's only half sensitive, but... Okay, Cypher, you know what? They're not going to let you through that door, so time for you to back up. No, not that way. Okay, Melee, go for the dude in the back. Okay, Cypher, you have medicine. No, you don't. Nobody has medicine. Okay, great. Sally, I need you to run and come take care of Cypher if you can. Nope, Cypher does not want to be taken care of. Alright, Cypher, we're going to manually walk you to the bed. Okay, he's taken care of. Good. Melee, if you could just finish this dude off. Donk. Okay, they got through over here. They're trying to come after our druids. You stay away from them! You stay away from them! Sissy, you have stun, yeah? Melee, you come after this one. Sissy, you shoot at this one. Kim, you come a little closer and shoot at this guy. Whew. Okay. Well. That happened. So far, everyone's alive. Cypher is not doing good, though. Kale, where you at? Actually, Kale's in a very poor mood. Sally, come pick up some herbal medicine, because you're gonna need it in a few seconds. Okay, yep, there it is. Now, Sally, come rescue Cypher. Yep. Hang on, actually. If you can... Why is it not letting... Can I only rescue him? Because I'm trying to tend to him. Sally! Why are you not tending to him? Okay, apparently Sally decided it just wasn't worth her time. What the heck was that? What? Is there something I'm missing? Doctor, nurse, surgeon. She's set to everything that has to do with healing. Why did she not do anything regarding healing? What the heck? I don't understand. Well, was Cypher just pushing? No. No, it's too late for me. No. The medicine is better used elsewhere. No, I don't want you to heal me. Sally's like, but we have plenty of medicine. We have literally hundreds of medicine worth. No. No, don't worry about it. Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. She's like, no, you won't. I can see you're bleeding out. No, I'm A-okay. Just go do your thing. I'll be all right. I'll be up in a few minutes. Are you really sure? Like, I'm pretty sure you're missing both your arms. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. The moment she turns around, Cypher dies. Like, what? Oh, that makes no sense. Like, she just didn't want to heal him for some reason. Okay, if that was a bug, let me know. If it wasn't a bug, and it was, like, intentional somehow, also let me know, because is there a way to counter that? That being said, I'm probably going to reload, because I'm considering that 200,000% a bug. Severe illness. Okay, how am I... Can't really deal with that right now. Yeah, I can't control them. Let's see, can I... Well, if I have you rest, can I have you... try and help each other? No, nothing I'm pressing is doing anything. Well, that sucks. I guess you're just dead? I could just try and send you straight home, but... it's such a long journey that I don't think it's gonna happen. No, what is that? There we go. No. Stop it. There we go. That's the initial route that I was taking. Brr. And it didn't go. I love.
Stop going through the polluted land.
There you go. Good. No. 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 Do I have to manually? You know what? I will. I will frickin' manually. If this is what I have to do, then so be it. There you go. Is this how I have to do it? Now. Go. Okay, you're resting, but I expect to see you moving the moment you're not. Come on. Come on. It wasn't that hard the first 2 times. Well... really not a lot we can do about that. So... I guess Crimson got sick on the journey, probably because we were skirting around polluted land. Alright, well, unfortunately,
Bethany is now alone.
Okay. So, we just need to drop... God, there's so much we have to drop. Drop the meat. The fruit. The berries. Drop the steel slag. God, you're still ridiculously heavy. Oh, man. Bethany, you can't carry very much at all, can you? We're gonna have to ditch literally everything. This whole trip has been a waste! We're... You gotta drop Crimson, too. Oh, man. And you're gonna need to drop actual, like, food now. Oh, man. So that's 3. That's not nearly enough. Oh my god. Yikes. Okay, Bethany can now be on the move again after dropping basically everything. Oh, that is catastrophic. Oh my god. What a waste of so much. Not only did Crimson die to a disease that I literally can't take care of while they're on the road. Wow, that was not worth it for 29 contribution. Wow. That was absolutely not worth it. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're gonna have to find someone else to, find and magically change back into Crimson. That is... Oh, that's real bad. Oh. And there's really, for that in particular, there really is no reloading that. That just is what it is. Like, I reload, what's gonna happen? Like, it's not gonna change anything. So, unfortunately, Crimson is dead for the time being. Also, Sissy has completed her study of the monolith. Okay, provides even more knowledge while studied. By the way, I did manage to capture one of these guys. I'm gonna cancel that. I want the plasteel. I don't want to build that steel door just yet. So, containment strength 84, and we can build, like, imbibbers and stuff to try and keep him contained. So, seemingly, if we eventually just have, like, one colossal containment room, we can do a, or no, it's over here in the research tab. So, let's assume we have one colossal containment area, right? We can have Electro Harvester, which will harvest energy from the creatures. And then we can also have a Bioferrite Harvester, which will slowly take matter from them. So technically, if we were to, you know, make a huge containment area for long enough and contain big enough things, not only would that be near infinite power, but it would also be near infinite Bioferrite, which is, it sounds promising. It is also ridiculously cold right now. Oh my goodness. I also learned something else. Apparently, we can only have one colony. Well, that hasn't happened for a while. Who's awake? Melee's awake, but I would prefer not to have you go deal with that. Melee just sitting there watching. Okay, well, actually, the snow put it out. Alright. Yeah, that's a good thing about living in such a snowy area, I guess, is that fires do not last long. Unless they're inside. Hey. Apparently we're generating too much power again, so I was correct in my assumption. Where if we're generating too much power, that's what causes the zzz event to happen a lot more frequently. So, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. That feels good. Issue, we can't... What are we really going to use power on right now? You build one more toxifier generator, and suddenly you're generating far too much. Well, to be fair, when our bots need recharging, that'll probably help out a lot as well. Well, oh man, now Bethany's not doing well either. There's a chance we just lose both people. Oh, I mean, it didn't seem that far. And then also, we made it there the first time in relatively healthy condition. Plenty of food, plenty of medicine. Oh, and then Crimson gets like some kind of disease on the way where she has to chop off her limbs or die. And we can't do anything, so she just dies? Like, what are you gonna do? I don't know what the heck I want to research anymore. We can do the neural supercharger, except we can't use it. So, I guess hospital bed. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe I need to move where the hospital is. Maybe it needs to be closer to the walls instead of at the very back of the colony. I think that is what I'm kind of thinking, right? Because right now, as it stands, getting them all the way to this hospital, no good. That sucks. So... Oh, Cypher's hiding in his room. Well, that's fine. Cypher, you go hang out. Do what you're gonna do in your room. We'll see you when you're ready to come out. Now, apparently, we're using too much energy. Oh, because we're self-discharging. Probably because of the zzz. Huh. Interesting. Kim is about to have a break. I attempted to create a romance, but I got the cold shoulder. Oof. How did you manage that? How did you manage Sally to not like you? Colonist died. Soaking wet. Okay, right. By the way, colonist vanish is because I accidentally spawned a second colonist while trying to get Chef going. Okay, Kim is having a tantrum. What are you gonna break? Are you serious? This event happened again? Because of precipitation. I only saw it for a split second. Oh. 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 Okay, let's go ahead and put that generator inside once this fire's out, huh? Note to self, do not put generators outside. Lesson learned. Alright, Kim is just smashing a bunch of stuff in his room. He's very angry. Hey, tantrum's over. Alright, well... oh, even at our best. Unfortunately, Shadow is far from perfect. As far as heat goes, we're actually still doing pretty okay, though. God dang, it is so cold outside. Negative 22 Celsius. Very, very cold. But, either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Oh, that's just gonna happen with everything. Why has that not been a problem until now? Okay, Wrath is on the way. Huh. That has not been a problem until recently. Luckily, it just stopped snowing, but okay. That's something else that we need to keep in mind, is if stuff is outside, it will explode at the mere touch of snow. That's great. That's real good, yeah. Yeah, I like that, yeah. You would think by now I would have known it all, but yet, RimWorld is the game that keeps on giving. So, before I lose my mind too terribly much, I think that's gonna do it for this episode of RimWorld. I do want to say, again, special thanks to everyone who has been helping me out and putting up with my shenanigans. You know, I am still learning how to play the game. Obviously, I'm not great at it. I think that is pretty obvious by this point, but, you know, I'm doing my best. I do think I've improved significantly from the first episode, especially because I have quite a few of you guys, you know, running me through what I should and should not be doing. But, you know, I mean, it's one of those things where... You haven't been moving this whole time, Bethany? Are you serious? Bethany. Why does it keep canceling? Why is that happening? Okay. Why are you just refusing? Can I only do one at a time? No, you're just refusing to move. What is going on? Dude, I feel like some of this isn't even my fault. Like, Bethany's just like, nah, I'm sad Crimson's dead. I'm just gonna sit here and die, I guess. What is happening? Look, right click. Okay. Now, come down here. Good. Then, come over here. Good. Then, come over here. Excellent. Now... Go. What else do I need to push? Space? No, that cancels it. What is happening? Is the route just too long? It wasn't too long the first time. Then again, you had two people the first time. I don't understand. Why you... Fine, just frickin' gun it through the pollution. You won't even do that. What is happening? I don't understand. The entire game doesn't make sense anymore. Alright, I better end this episode, dude. I'm losing my mind now. Frickin' whatever. Bethany and Crimson both walked into the ocean with rocks in their pockets and died, I guess. I don't know, frickin'. Whatever, frickin'. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, thank you for all the help in putting up with my shenanigans. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys helping me. You know, it's always cool to see viewer names in games. And I'm sorry that I can't keep you guys alive all the time, but as you see, not only is my brain working at 10%, but apparently the game's brain is working at 10% as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Freaking, I don't get it. I don't understand. Just walk into the ocean.